Caesar.
Bad things, fine as hell, thick as fuck, oh my god, that's my baby.
What's good, you guys? It's Myricia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. How you doing? My name is Myricia. You can call me Mai. Some call me Mookie. That's completely up to you. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and talk about something that's been weighing kind of heavy on me lately, and I just recently got a new tattoo. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I had some people ask me about it, what it means, you know, why I got it, etc., etc. So along with that though, I do want to talk about a couple of different topics just because I feel like these things are really, really important. So first of all, I guess I can show you guys my tattoo. This is what it looks like. Excuse if it looks like flaky. It's like brand new, literally like 2 or 3 days old, so it's still healing. But this is a quote in Arabic: never a failure, always a lesson. So that quote actually means a lot to me, especially at this stage in my life. I guess I'm doing a lot of growing and a lot of discovering myself and understanding myself a bit more. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I am 20 years old. I'll be 21 in May. So I'm very young, but for the most part, I'm considered an adult. I am a young woman. I do have a baby girl, you know what I mean? So I'm learning the whole adulting process and learning myself and learning to handle and manage myself to an extent. A lot of different things come with being an adult, let alone being an adult woman, if that makes sense. I made a list of things a few things that I have learned and that I'm still learning, you know what I mean? I'm not done learning, believe me. The first thing I have up here is learning self-respect. So like I said, I'm a young woman, you know what I mean? And at the ages of like 13 or 14, you know, you just start getting boobs as a girl, you know what I mean? And I was that girl that felt like I needed to show every part of me, not necessarily to the extent of like taking pictures in my bra and panties and posting it on social media, but to the extent of like I would go to school with like extreme cleavage, like, you know what I mean? And as a little girl, that's not necessarily a good look. I had people in my life telling me that, you know, you're a young lady, you don't need to do all of that, you know what I mean? You are more than just your body. So after hearing that a couple times, I started to think deeper about it. And now where I am in my life, I feel like I have learned to respect myself so much more, and I cannot stress that enough. Thinking back to the things that I said and the things that I did and the people that I hung around with, like the respect that I have for myself then is questionable. Growing into an adult woman, and now I have a baby girl to set an example for, I'm learning to respect myself and learn what I can and can't tolerate as a woman, you know what I mean? Along with learning your self-respect comes with learning and knowing your worth. Knowing your worth as a young woman plays a huge part, for the simple fact that knowing your worth as a young woman means that you know and that you are sure of what you deserve. It means that you know what you have to offer and what you put forth, whether it be a friendship, a relationship, a marriage, whatever it is. Like, you know what you put forth as a person. You know your personality is bomb. You know you can dress. You know you have really good people skills or whatever. Like, you are sure of yourself. You know what you deserve, and you won't settle for less. I had to teach myself to stop depending on other people for my own happiness. I know in some cases that can be hard, like a legit struggle. If you can learn to love yourself, you will have no problem allowing someone else to love you, if that makes sense. I'm not a love expert, but this is just things that I learned from talking to people older than me or talking to people that have been through similar experiences and actually had some advice to offer. So once you stop depending on other people for your internal happiness, for you feeling good about yourself, for you feeling pretty, or for you like really feeling yourself, like you can't really depend on anyone but yourself for that, because at the end of the day, people wake up with different feelings every day. One minute, someone can think the world of you, and the next minute, you want to say hi? Say hi. This is Luna. One minute they can think the world of you, and the next minute you're worth nothing more but like a piece of gum stuck to the bottom of their shoe, if you know what I mean. I was told that it is so much easier to allow someone to love you or to love someone else when you already know a certain love for yourself. I have written down taking responsibility for your own actions. That right there. What? Taking responsibility for my own actions is something that I began to do over time. I'm human, like I done made a handful of mistakes, maybe 2 or 3 handfuls, you know what I mean? So I've had my fair share of learning experiences. And as far as owning up to my, I'm trying not to cuss. My mommy watches my videos. Owning up to my ish and like pulling up my big girl panties and say, yeah, I did that and I apologize, or yeah, I said that, I meant it, but I'm sorry, or you know what I mean, like, or apologizing when it's necessary, or being the bigger person even if it takes every inch of your happiness to do it. Did I number these? I don't think I numbered these, but I have it written down as number 4. Get off me. I have it written down as number 4. Attempt to improve, grow, and be a better you. That sounds so corny, but it's real. Like, I don't know why, but it seems like a lot of people that I've known, a lot of people in my past, can't even say that. Ooh, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I was taught that there's nothing wrong with change. There's nothing wrong with being self-evaluant and figuring out what the hell your problem is. There's nothing wrong with learning your flaws, dealing with them, improving them if you can. You know what I mean? Like, I know me personally, I am a totally different person than I expected myself to be at age 20. I don't know if that makes sense, but thinking back to my mentality just a couple years ago, like I was very, very different. My mentality and my priorities are very, very different now than they were then. And yes, I have had some like ups and downs throughout, but for the most part, it is an improvement for the better. You know what I mean? I'm not stepping backwards. And that also ties into my tattoo. Never a failure, always a lesson. That means a lot to me. Through everything that I've been through all my mistakes and all the chaos that has happened like throughout my life. Sorry, I was thirsty. Yeah, back to this thing. Throughout, I have failed on numerous occasions. There are situations where I feel like I failed other people, or where I feel like I had been failed myself, you know what I mean? Like disappointed, if that makes sense. And never a failure, always a lesson just immediately makes me think like everything happens for a reason. I don't know, like it's hard to explain. It's just something that is near and dear to me right now, and I'm so happy that I got it tattooed. Some people said it's ugly, but honestly, everyone is entitled to their opinion. To be honest, I don't give a damn what anybody says because I really like it and I like the placement and I like how it looks on me. So the last thing on my list, but certainly not the least important, don't be afraid to take advice or learn from other people. I know, because I was the type of person that was like, I don't really want to hear, like if I wanted to go do something and I told somebody I was gonna go do it, they're like, oh no, I did that, you shouldn't do this because this is gonna happen, blah, 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 blah. I was the type of person where I wanted to experience it myself. I honestly and truly could care less what you experienced, simply because I feel like it is more important for me as an individual to experience it myself. And so over time, I have learned that it is cool to take other people's advice or to take into consideration what other people, especially people who have experienced similar situations. I learned this more so when I was pregnant. Because I was a first-time mom, I got a lot of advice and a lot of guidance from other moms and people who have been in similar situations and experienced similar things. And so I had no problem taking what other women had told me to try as a mother or what to expect as a mother. This is just an example, by the way. This, like, try to take what I'm saying and put it on a broader spectrum. This is just an example so that I can get my point across, because I am not the best at getting my words out. So I definitely took what other women advised me and I turned it into something that I know I could use personally. And I took from it what I could. I might not do exactly what they say or how they say to do it, but I can compromise it and switch it up and make it fit into my life. You get me? Like, just like in school, like in math, I always had trouble doing it the way the teacher explained it. So I would pick somebody in my class that knew how to do it so they could show me how to do it another way. Is that a good enough example? Like, me personally, I learned that it's not always necessary to do it exactly someone's. I can't talk. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. If you agree to anything that I've said or you have something to add to it, feel free to leave it in the comments. I want to have a conversation with people that watch my videos. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I would love to have you, boo. So that wraps up. I hope it made sense. I really hope it made sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up. All right, cool. So I will catch y'all in my next one. Bye.
If you want safe sex, baby, use the knee pad. Sticky with the sticky icky, baby, give me kitty. Killer, West Side nigga.